being.
All right, we are live, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Chaos, show number, I don't know what number this is.
3,412.
Oh, or number 4, either one.
Oh,
Depends how long you've been here.
I am Terry. We have Uli here, and of course, Taint, who is always on location somewhere. What are you drinking, Taint?
I am drinking a LaCroix. Have you tried these before? It's sparkling water.
Disgusting. LaCroix tastes like whatever flavor it's supposed to be. That truck with fruit in it drove by the LaCroix truck. That's all you're getting.
That's how you get a little taste of something, and it's very.
I heard it a different way. I heard it's someone you lick a 9-volt battery and someone yells the fruit from the other room, and that's what drinking the LaCroix.
I love it. I love it.
So you are in St. Thomas, correct?
Yes.
You were drinking wine a minute ago and eating donuts. So that is a nice combination.
Don't spoil the donuts for a treat for the end for everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Maybe it was gonna be a water into wine scenario.
You should have mentioned that in the meeting that we had.
I'm drinking a Shiraz here.
Shiraz.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a Chianti.
It's not Shiraz. This is like something else. I think it's like a knockoff or something.
Is it some Card Bordeaux? I mean, I'm not going to knock a good Card Bordeaux.
I think it is, Julie.
Show comments on. I'm trying to see if we're getting comments on this thing. We're working on this. It's fun. Hey, let's get going. I have a question for you guys to kick things off. Okay,
let's kick her off.
All right. I know Taint's got a book open and everything. I'm so excited when he comes prepared. Look out, Uli.
Oh, I'm terrified.
It is. He's like a mad scientist of comedy.
Or he's drawing us like a fucked up Van Gogh.
There's that too. All right, here we go.
All right, you got our first question.
Okay, I'm going through something, obviously, by this question. You can tell that I'm going through something, and I'm very serious about this. I've been talking to my wife about this. I am going through something serious.
Okay, gonna bring it down real quick.
Mental?
I am having a problem with my age. I'm having a problem thinking that I don't have enough time to get the goals done that I want. And if I did get those goals, let's just say it happened, I'm not going to have enough time to enjoy them. Ooh. So here it is. What if we weren't meant to find ourselves? Okay, because everybody's working on themselves, right? Everybody's doing that, reading books, trying to get better. What if we weren't meant to do that? What if we were maybe meant here to create ourselves instead of finding ourselves?
Oh, I like it. It's like a reframe of the paradigm.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think? Well, were we meant to be here to to find who we are, the constant quest for whatever it is we're looking for in our lives? Or are we actually here to create the life that we really want, not to find a life that was within us all along? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Is it another way of talking about like it's not the destination, it's the journey?
I guess.
Right?
No, I think it takes a lot of like the onus off of the world doing it for you or you doing it for yourself.
Exactly.
Or maybe onus isn't the correct word, but a lot of like the responsibility is like from the world and it's on your shoulders.
Yeah. And I kind of like it that way. I kind of like my second thought of, I think we're here to actually create who we want to be. I think that's, to create the life we truly want to live instead of finding that life within us and then go, oh, I'm a peaceful guy. I'm this guy. And I, sitting on some hill drinking sea juice or whatever it is. I don't know what sea juice is.
Sounds disgusting.
Yeah, that sounds like some weird porn.
Too heavy of a subject, I see.
No, how did
No,
you
no,
come
no,
to
no.
this?
I'm gonna have to
No,
talk to my real friends about this.
Is this a toilet? Is this a toilet moment, or was this
No,
something
this is a real moment that I actually had to wake up in the middle of the night and write down.
Jeez,
Wow.
no. I just took the wrong drugs, man. I took Adderall, not fucking mushrooms before you asked this.
This would be a great mushroom question.
Wouldn't it though? No, I absolutely agree because everything's so finite, right? It doesn't, nobody lives past, let's say, some magical number, right? But most of us, 20, 80, and 90, if we're lucky. Yeah, there's no one ever arrives, right? There's never enough for the people who have everything. They're
Yeah,
never happy,
that's true.
right? So
Yeah.
I like that. I like that perspective actually quite a bit. Because if we're not enjoying it along the way, there's no day you're going to enjoy it. You're like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, yeah. You're never like that's enough.
Yeah.
You just walk off into the woods and die like a dog or something.
I wouldn't mind that. I would not mind if that's enough. You know, I wouldn't mind going, you know what? I got enough
but
money.
it's rare.
It is rare, but why can't I create that life?
Aren't you creating it as you speak?
I feel like I've let a lot of my creative life juices go to other people.
To the sea juice on the hill?
Who are the top offenders who's been drinking your sea juice?
Who's drinking Terry's sea juice? There's the name of that's the name of this episode.
Well,
Who's been wheezing the juice?
It's all the people in my life that want to keep me at a certain level
Sure.
because they're very comfortable with me being there.
Your podiatrist?
Yes. It's all the people in my life who think that they know best for me, that they have my best interest in mind, when they don't really know what's in my mind.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
that.
Am I getting weird?
No, not at all, man. I hear people. I have people that I care about quite a bit that are like, "Well, surely this DJ thing, right? That's just a passing phase while you're getting your masters or whatever." And hold on a second. Hey, I'm podcasting. Sorry.
Wait, you're
Family
getting your
master.
master's?
Yeah.
Oh,
But they think right now that this is.
Oh,
Oh.
you're a force to be reckoned with.
professor.
In mental health, no less. All right, takes crazy to know crazy.
Hey, I've got a lot of study in that myself.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, it's interesting though, because I have people like, well, surely. I mean, you don't want to be a 51, just had a 51-year-old radio DJ. It's like, but what if that's what I want? Why would you demean that, right? Because people have a preconceived notion. You need to be going down this path. You need to be going down that path. And I'm a contrarian, man. I've fought that shit all my life. But I
Yeah.
agree with you, Terry. Sometimes I feel like, yeah, and I'm 51. Look around, some of my peers are like, oh, yes, we have this house in the East Bay, and then we have our house in the Sound. But, man, that was their path, too.
Yeah, that's their path. And are they really happy? You never know. By the way, welcome to everybody in the chat room. Keith and Rick and James and Kevin and Joshua. Good to have you guys here. And anybody else who's joining us right now as we stream live on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on, I don't know,
Of things.
all kinds of things. We're all
So I hit that beta switch, which brings up all of the comments in the lower right.
all right.
so-
Very nice.
Yeah, that way everyone's a part of it all the way.
Good to see you guys. Thank you very much as we working out all of our the visual part of this show, which is fun. The visual part. If you're listening to this in podcast form, which by the way is now available on Apple, it's also available on Spotify. If you are just listening to this thing, we are, like I said, we are just now available for all that stuff, but you are missing out because it is kind of a visual show. We do.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Taint do Tarot Taint, you haven't lived.
Or consume a donut with some cheap wine.
Yeah, what is
Yeah,
that?
right now, if you were watching this on some kind of video, you could see my donut cam I'm about to do. You're going to be broadcasting from a donut.
Oh, that's really good.
Unbelievable.
Actually,
Hello.
Put your face in there. There
Looks
you
like
are. No, you're missing. You're missing.
Right there?
No, move your head to the left a little.
Okay.
It's like Taint's
There you are.
colonoscopy.
Hey,
It
guys.
does look like
Hey, man. Welcome to Donut TV.
Is
on
this what your
Chaos.
doctor saw?
Okay.
I like Donut TV.
Snap cut.
We should broadcast live from In Food every time.
Oh, yeah. We have a different food sponsored by the
like
Grape Council.
Yes.
Noodle
Maybe-
wave.
Yeah, so that's what I've been dealing with. I've been trying to figure
Yeah,
out,
man.
I feel like I've got a solid window where I could really achieve some things that I've really wanted to achieve and really throw myself into it and ignore a lot of other people.
Yeah.
I've also been studying what and theorizing, not even studying, because I haven't heard this from anybody else, but I'm sure other people have thought this as well.
Right.
And I talked about at the end of the Lex and Terry show, what a personal brand is compared to a reputation.
Mm.
And I think it's in the way the world is going with AI and everything else. I think that everybody's got a personal brand. It doesn't matter if you own a yarn store or you're the best yard guy. You've
Whether you
got,
want it or whether you don't.
yes, you have a personal brand. And I think that's important. But I think it's way more important to develop a reputation, and having a reputation for being a solid dude or being funny or whatever it is. It's something just a lot deeper, because I think that the people on the outside edges that have these personal brands, that they're going to be kicked aside. I'm a voice guy. Voice guys are going to be gone. You have to have a personality.
Yeah, because you can train AI to do anything
Yeah.
almost, and
So
there's
I
going to
just,
be no need for you better bring something original. It's like when with podcasts when folks asked about mine has been okay, and they say, well, how did you do it? Well, I'll tell you everything that I've learned. Maybe I'll help you avoid some potholes, because it doesn't matter what the technology is or even what it's the content you bring. So I'll give you all the tools to succeed, because I want to see people succeed.
and me too. I love seeing people.
And if you flop, then that's on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's something like 600,000 daily uploaded podcasts a day.
It's
Upload.
crazy. Yeah. And, and we're shocked that we have 10 followers.
And yet still we want a piece of the pie and talk to you guys. We love you.
I know we need you guys to love us. We love you, so you guys should love us already,
Live from Taint's mustache. Love.
bastards. But it's good to have some people here. Taint looks
Yeah.
like he has got a cop mustache going.
Pull that boat over, beep beep. Too fast, Harbor man.
But it looks like he's missing a spot too, right? Like
It
where-
does. What happened to that?
I
That's
think
the
it's
mange.
yogurt.
That's
You think it's yogurt?
Yeah, I think it's a
man,
little
we are
yogurt.
gaining and losing watchers as we speak. This
I
is
know.
great.
I know. From the in-depth, weirdly weird conversation that I tried to bring up to Taint's donut cam,
You'll-
I think we've covered everything by now.
The grease
What the
crease
fuck?
on his mustache.
It's a
These
mess.
freaks want this kind of stuff. Otherwise, they'd be watching Home Shopping Network or kind of.
No, that was a good question, Terry. I want to hand it to you, because that's one of those. That is a toilet thought question though, or middle of the night. Like, you're
Yeah,
like,
I've been having, and I'm being serious here. I have been having these thoughts, like I told you about, which make me go down these really weird thought things. Like, okay, what is the right way to do things? What is the most? And I hate that word, authentic, because I think we've all been that in our entire lives, and there's just a lot of people that can't be that.
yeah,
Authentic?
Yeah, and I think that authenticity gets. I don't know. The definition of authenticity is a little weird for some people.
Well, it's been co-opted by a lot of people in the building of their brand.
Yeah, and it's bullshit. You
Does it-
cannot coach authenticity.
No.
sorry,
No.
I'm texting my kid to shut the fuck up.
Oh,
Authentically.
that's fine. Don't worry about him. I like the
Authenticity is the guy with the fucking scar on his face.
Exactly.
It's the
Missing part
guy
of his
with the nub
mustache.
finger. A guy with the nub finger, or a
Exactly.
cleft palate.
I love what you're saying about that, because to me, the authenticity is exactly that. It's the people who are authentic right now are the ones that are like the single mom who's just struggling to get by, or the single dad that's struggling to get by. Or the
The really
people-
hot girl who's smart also, but people really underestimate her. I mean, even she's facing diversity.
Taint, you're getting a complaint. Why are you in vertical mode, not horizontal?
Oh, let's see if it works.
Yeah. Oh well. Yes,
Oh,
there it
that's
is.
better. Look at that.
Look at that.
Thanks for helping us out, everybody. That made it look real.
we got the best listeners.
And then Addison Birchler, that's AJ. That's my guy. He got to hang out with Sarah when you guys were in town last time. And this is his family's brewery, Wire Road, down there in Battlefield. It's right down the street from, and it's a great time, man. I told him, yeah, I'll wear that hoodie. Now get me some beer, motherfucker.
Hell yeah!
We're getting closer to our staff photo.
You're right.
Springfield. Yeah,
Exactly.
we're getting closer to it with being just.
Uli, what have you put into practice to get ready for the staff photo?
Oh well, I got a new hair guy. Sort of
Let me see.
see. Cleaning
Oh,
up a little
Yes,
that's
mohawk.
good. That's good.
Real
I
nice, real
like it.
nice.
That's good. It's it doesn't even give a hint of Hitler at all, which is good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I'm going
Yeah.
not for.
Yes, I
Right.
I know that you'd be anti-Hitler.
100%.
But let's
100%.
be clear right now. This show is anti-Hitler.
1000%
Okay,
anti-Hitler.
I know that he's kind of having a moment,
A resurgence among some people.
but we're kind of anti-Hitler right now.
But yeah, no, that's how about you, Tane? I mean, is the mustache your contribution to the staff photo?
No, I just get people don't talk about it. It's just bored being a guy sometimes. You got this facial hair is always coming out, and you just want to do fun things with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now,
You're
do you
not
do that
allowed
with the
to.
rest of your body hair?
No, I just like keep it pretty puby everywhere.
Do you? Are you a groomer sounds bad. But
No, I don't groom anymore. I'm an adult now.
okay.
Okay, good.
All right.
I'm
We
an
get-
What does
adult.
that mean?
But for the staff photo, I'm a little bit upset because I haven't been able to go to any of my normal Pilates classes, and my body's getting a little bit puffy, and I'm getting close to 40 here in a
We
couple
got some
of months.
time. We got some time. We got until August.
Oh shit, that's right. Is that what you're talking about, staff photo? I thought Taint was just talking out of his ass.
No, I'm talking about our staff photo.
That's going to be at the subpar.
Yeah,
Oh, so what are we doing for it? Oh shit,
that's what
guys.
I'm getting at.
Well, here, don't worry about it.
I'm gonna be ripped.
Yeah, shredded. I got to do some crunches.
You don't have to do anything. You be you, but I have a goal, and that's what it is. Do you think we should have it like wear something stupid, or should we just have bring our own style to it? Because we all have our own personalities.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to wear a smoking jacket.
Yeah.
got,
and a
got
fez.
one. Yeah, yeah. We could do kimonos. I mean, that's how
Old
that never
school
goes out of
radio.
style.
I want people to know that when they see the picture of us, these guys are that kind of show.
Okay. Well, I will work on an outfit.
Not a problem at all.
I will
Say
work
less.
on
No, I'm just playing. If you guys want to do
Okay.
an outfit or just
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic.
Yes. Kevin saying shirtless, staff photo.
Wow.
I don't know. I will be able to be. I'll be shirtless by then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
there's no way you're going to be shirtless on that.
I have 14 pounds to lose.
Oh,
That's
put
it.
put another 50 on top of that, and I'm right with you there, sexiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14,
I'm getting
that's it.
That's it.
thinking about getting a
For
tapeworm
my
in the
goal.
mail.
You can get a tapeworm in the mail now?
Oh.
From where?
I don't know. The internet can give you anything. I'm gonna have you bring it back from the Virgin Islands or whatever exotic
They
location
do.
you're
There's
in.
some fabulous intestinal diseases here. I'll bring you back one.
One of my favorite people is joining us, Psychic Kami. Hello, Psychic Kami. Love you. She's
Hello, Psychic
fantastic.
Kami.
She'll be a
Yeah.
good guest on this show eventually here. That'd be fun. Have
Absolutely.
her on. She's always a blast. She challenges me.
Now, are her powers more powerful than Tarot Taint?
She's got some good powers.
Okay.
I think she
Okay.
would approve of Tarot Taint, though.
I'm sure she doesn't want to cross genres with Tarot Tank. I'm almost positive. It would be
Like
bad
Kung,
for
Kung Fu meets Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, something
Right.
crazy could happen in the mystic field in all these realms that you're at.
It would open a portal. It would not be good. I'd just soon as let her be a professional on her own.
Yeah.
Venkman, don't cross the streams.
That's
Yeah.
right. That would be crossing the streams. That's right, Uli.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Taint, I got an email today, and Uli has got to fill you in on this. But the email I got today, I've been wanting something so bad for my studio. In fact, when I moved, I thought I would have one. Do you remember what it is, Taint?
Yes, I do. It's this. It's the board
The Vesta board.
that flips the tiles, so it's an analog
Yes.
board that flips different phrases. It can do weather. It can do all kinds of stuff.
It
to
gives
it.
you sports updates. It does colors. You can make art with. It's really cool, and it's
Yeah.
it's analog. It's really cool, a Vesta board. But they put me on this list today because I've been interested in getting one for a long time, and they
For
put me
people who
on
can
this
almost
list.
afford one.
Yeah, they put this. They're kind of expensive, but I don't know how well they show up on camera. So they have a new product out, and they've let me look at it before anybody else. I had to sign a little waiver and everything else. It is called the Vestaboard Note. It's only got 3 lines. It's much smaller than the current Vestaboard. I don't know if it has all these different things you could do with it. It says it's very versatile. I did not read all the things that could go into it yet because I got this just before we started recording.
I'm picturing like one of those, like the old school clocks that flipped, like literally
It's
flipped,
exactly like
Yes.
or like the scoreboard at some of those old baseball
Yep,
stadiums. Where
that's
just,
exactly what it is.
okay,
And
that's
it's
really cool.
They're super cool.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can leave, and you could text people like if your kids at home or something like that, you could
Yeah.
say, "Do your homework, bitch," and it'll do that. It's really cool.
Makes the
Or if
noises.
your wife's home, you could like text from a burner number like, "I'm gonna kill you."
And then you could act like I'll go out there and I'll save you.
Yeah, I got it, baby.
Speaking of
Here's
that,
what
I'm sure you guys get those scam texts, right? And sometimes when I'm bored, I call them my scam bot romances, right? Trying to figure, hey, are you there? How's it going? Is this Eddie? Right? Like, it always starts with that. And I've taken to just saying like, oh my God, there's so much blood. Call the cops. That's like what I start with. They're like, oh,
I like that.
are you interesting? I'm like, hey, listen, no time to fucking talk, dude. I'm bleeding out. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Call
Hey.
911.
Hey, speaking of calling the cops, are you still with your girl?
how is that related to calling the cops?
I don't know. I thought that's how
No,
my
that's good, that's good, that's good.
Always,
No,
my
no.
relationships always ended that way.
Okay,
All right.
We'll go with your theory.
I love this so much. Yes, it is going really well with her. In fact, we went. I think I told you we went from situationship to exclusive.
Oh,
And-
really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I-
speaking
and
of
I-
open wounds. How is she?
Yeah, really. She's currently watching this from her house and going, "Don't you say another fucking word."
Oh, I already love her.
Oh yeah, she's great, dude. And she apparently she came over and I was a little bit meep, beep, and I put my hand over my heart. I told her how much I liked her. I'm like, I like you so much.
What are you like, a love Boy Scout?
It was pledging allegiance to some shit.
Okay,
Anyway, I am now banned from saying that word till Juneteenth.
Why?
Because I said it so much. I'm like, listen, I got to throttle it back a little bit.
You're banned from it?
No, self-imposed.
Okay, good. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
no, she's not like that. But it's really funny. So now I got to come up with all kinds of other words like, I really laud you for your capabilities and all this stuff. So
Oh, I see.
she's great, people,
great.
man. Oh, yeah. No, but it is going really well. I'm trying really hard not to fuck it up. We're sticking to the fiscal calendar. She's put me on a 2-day. We're doing a 2-day-a-week fiscal calendar thing, right? Like, so we don't get sick of one another. I totally get that. We have lives,
Right.
we have kids, and it lets you just do like shit like this. She's like, yeah, have fun, and she goes and has fun and goes to Ren fairs and all kinds of shit. So
Oh, she plays a
Big
winch or
time.
something?
big time pirate,
What did she do?
pirate.
Oh, big
Yeah.
boobies. Big booby pirate.
I thought there was something to do with tattoos in there. I know we're trying to keep her anonymous. So
Oh no, yeah. She's very tat laden. She has the Elvis tribute one, and
Okay.
and she got
Costello or Presley?
Presley. That's her boyfriend, Presley.
Oh,
So we talked about some of my tattoo ideas. 'Cause
Oh
I'm-
man.
Here's some more right there.
Oh, okay.
Something
I got in trouble for that. That is called apparently atomic or jet age. Remember we talked about that style?
yes, the jet age.
You got in trouble for it.
Well, because I kept forgetting it.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
They were
I know it's a
talking about it.
thing.
All right. Well, let me get rid of that.
Terry,
Real-
where are you going to get that? And that's going to look like boomerangs on you.
But it doesn't have to be this. That's just one of the ideas.
Okay.
That's the chaos. That's all three of us. That's
Hold
a
on.
tribute to the three of us.
There it is. Yes,
Yes.
that's it. Hold on. Let me bring another one up here for you. Okay.
As you're doing that, Ricky, am I saying that right? Rick Averett. Sorry. 1 to 10. How scared of you are her? How scared are you of her? Dude, it's not scared. She's amazing. But I also don't want to wrong this person. Like you find
Have you
a
ever been
person you don't wanna wrong.
scared with an erection? It's different.
It's called a fear boner.
Yeah. Well, with scared with an erection. What about something like that,
Ooh.
but a black and white? Too
But
much.
in black and white.
It would have to be colors.
Yeah, I think it kind of would. Otherwise, you'd
It
look
would-
like you were putting a transistor board on your
Okay,
like,
I'm
body
re-
somewhere.
Okay, I'm removing that because this is good because you guys are professionals. Okay, let's see here.
You might beep. You might beep at checkout if you get that one.
It's a QR code. People just keep coming up to him.
You guys are not
Hey,
helping.
follow me.
Here's the worst part. I was so excited about showing you guys these, thinking you go, oh, that's cool. So far, I'm 0 for 2. I'm a boomerang and getting beeped at checkout. This might be the winner.
Let me see this.
This might be the winner. Okay, here we go. How do you? Okay, there we go.
Oh,
I don't know if this will transfer well to a tattoo.
yeah, man. I love negative space. I got a negative space tattoo, but that kind of.
I'm not seeing it, Terry.
Okay, hold
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah.
Just give me a couple seconds. You guys talk amongst yourselves. This
Kevin
is
See,
says
a normal person would be like, "Yes, Terry. Oh, yes, that would be so cool, dude. Yes, 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 yes." We're
Kevin
the
says-
only guys that can tell you the truth.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rick. Rick said he thought that was cool.
Kevin says. Plus, she's watching. Of
you're a
course, he's not
bitch.
scared.
Yeah.
I'm not. Here's what scares me: is she's as much of a psychopath as I am. Like that's the part that scares me. Yeah, dude, she's as crazy as I am. So, when crazy meets crazy, it's
Okay,
I'm
now
gonna tell you that
one.
looks like a flip flop shoe print in the sand.
It's kinda son of a bitch. That's
No,
all.
Terry, this
Yeah.
one could work.
You think so? Okay,
This one
that's a
could work.
possibility. Okay. Okay.
It could the grouping. I don't know if I would do them all, but I like the grouping of like 2 black ones and then like something with line.
I would fucking hunt for Bigfoot if I saw that thing.
All right. All right.
So, someone might say those look like moose tracks. So
Oh, sure.
You guys are. I'd like to say you're being a big help, but I'm not so sure about this yet.
I think the commenters are helping you much. Ooh, Lauren calls it a moon landing footprint. I love that.
All right. Keith says it's the best one yet. Okay, so I'm keeping that one on deck.
yeah.
Let's see
Do you have
here.
one more?
I do. I've got a lot more of how you wanted them, but let me pick out my one.
And
that
you already have someone picked out to do the tattoo, so that's not the.
Oh, you do?
kind of. Yeah,
Okay.
if I could get them. All right. Okay, there's 2 more I want to do. Hold on, let me bring this.
Trying
one.
to get one from Jared Leto.
Tribals are coming back into style.
Did it come up? What happened? All right. Now this might need color to it, but what about something like that?
Ooh. Now, see, I like the color. I like the way that thing pops, man.
I don't want color though.
Well, that
So-
would
so it
just be
wouldn't look-
white in there.
It'd just be a bunch of zeros. That's what it would be.
All the ways I've been called a zero. A
Dane is just,
self-portrait.
Dane just staring at it. Go ahead, Dane. You're killing me. You don't like these? These are classic mid-century modern design
Agreed.
from the
Yes.
60s, which is what I
Agreed.
want to translate into when I do this stuff.
But and as long as it follows some of the key tenets of good tattooing, super bold, easy to see the day it goes on, or like 50 years down the road, not something faint and wispy, and also things that fit a shape on the body. And I don't know where this is going to fit, so you might have to work it in something.
I trust you. You've got your whole body tattooed. Okay. I got 2 more. Okay. This one.
Oh, God. Here he's taking his clothes off.
This one, you just have to remove the kitty cat in it. Okay. See, look at Tate. Looking good.
Oh, my God. He's like a Yakuza runaway.
This one here, put your pants back on. We
Oh,
don't get
Jesus.
kicked off YouTube. All right, here we go. What about remove the kitty cat?
I know. I like it with the cat.
Do you? I don't know if I want that cat. I don't
You're
want
not a cat guy. I'm a cat guy.
Nah, don't put the cat on there. Plus, he's only got 3 legs technically, which is weird.
Maybe he's pissing on the sign. The last one is his leg up.
Do you think that could work with those lines? Because I like the lines, like the
Yeah.
straight across lines and the this and that.
I'm gonna have to excuse myself. That I'm so upset.
Okay. He's so upset at you.
We
do you
can't
think?
hear anything.
What do you think about that?
I took my shirt off. It made him very upset.
What do you think about that?
I don't love it, Terry.
Son of a bitch. Okay, hold on.
I wish I did.
I like your honesty. I really appreciate this because I'm not one of those people that could put a tattoo on and be fine with it. You know, whatever it is.
Oh, like me?
Yeah, I can't be like you or Sarah or Lex or people like I just can't do it. You know,
I know. You need to have strong connection and
I do.
with the tattoo.
And I love this type of art. I love it. So let me try this one last one.
Have you thought about moving to somewhere where the old Soviet Russia was? That stuff's everywhere.
Is it?
The
Okay,
mosaics.
all right. Okay. How about this one? Did I do that? Okay, here we go. How about this one?
I love all the artwork. I just don't know if it translates.
That would have to be colors in there. Look at
That's Tarot Taint trying to find meaning.
Okay, well, listen, I got to get back to the drawing board on this. Okay, I'm done with you, you fuckers.
Hey, we're your real friends.
Hey,
That was the worst one you had at the end.
Okay, well then I'll
When
give
you say it like that, you sound like an angry homeless guy yelling at a shopping
Sorry,
cart.
I've had a lot of cheap wine today.
Yeah.
I need to focus on my own bad tattoos, okay?
You do. Okay,
I do have my newest one is this one though.
What is that?
It's an armadillo with a 10-gallon hat?
It's a tortoise with a hat on.
And I'm taking advice from you.
Yeah. See,
I got
have
a
nothing.
tortoise with a hat on.
Yeah, I got no leg to stand on, dude. I'm a 3-legged cat myself.
Oh my God.
I got nothing.
Okay, how about something? Okay, this is going to take some sort of visualization here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Can tattoo artists do different shades of black and gray?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, more or less.
Okay, how about this, but all different colors of?
Yes, I've seen this done before.
It's like the stacking rocks.
Yeah, but then
So
people think I'm a hiker and I'm going on the end of a trail. I don't want to, Okay, I'm gonna figure this stuff out.
So
Call
he'll
me
do this one
Oat Bran.
bloodline. So he'll go out there and make a line around the whole thing in blood, and then just shade in that area.
Ooh, the butterfly on Terry's lower back.
Why did I just get a hard on?
Who's hard?
Was it the blood or the lower back?
Right. Rick, I appreciate you, man. Rick is one supportive son of a bitch.
I got to
He's
show you
not
guys something.
judgy like Mr. Armadillo tractor hat or whatever he was.
Rick, you're making us turn on each other.
Lauren said let me see here. Lauren says, I had that one in my first college apartment. I shit you not. Thank you, Lauren. I don't think you would shit us not.
Can I show you guys something? Speaking of tattoos.
Yeah.
So, she works at a tattoo shop, right? Mm-hmm. And knows I love trains, sexual and steam. Anyway, she got one of her artists to create this for me for my birthday. How cool is that?
Oh, buddy,
Isn't that awesome?
That is really nice. Look at that.
Yeah.
I love that. Get closer with it. I want to see it real quick. I like the smoke coming off of it.
Yeah. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to do anything with that besides just hang it up? Are you going to try to turn that into a tattoo?
I would like to turn it into a tattoo, and I would love to shout out the shop right now, but for her anonymity the moment, yeah.
Okay. I need you to put that exact tattoo and a tramp stamp with an arrow pointing down.
Yes. Eat it, Terry's.
Are you going to get it?
Yeah, I'll get it at some point.
That's beautiful. That's a very kind present.
It is like the most thoughtful shit, man. She's very thoughtful.
That is good. All right. So welcome to everybody who is streaming with us right now live. It's good to have you guys here. We know it's an awkward thing to do. We were talking before the show. What is this thing? Is this a podcast? Even though we are now podcasting, we finally figured out how to do that. Or is this a visual show? Obviously, we're bringing a lot of visual stuff to this.
Yeah.
And I like that. So hopefully if you're listening on podcast, you will be intrigued enough to go, I'll go check them out on YouTube and see what they were talking about. So there you go. Anybody else have any questions?
I do.
Okay. I do.
Okay.
Listen, I mean, are you asking our viewers?
Oh, no, I was asking you guys.
I've got a really good one.
By the way, we're still accepting hot mom for our hot mom competition. You can email us the picture of your hot mom to Chaos Pod, I believe, Chaos Show. I don't know what it is. It would really help if I put it out there, wouldn't it? If I knew what the email address is. So people.
I'd start with the email address and work backwards.
Okay, we'll do that. Okay, go ahead.
And Taint from IT chiming in.
Question.
Yes.
If you had to make now, you have to live with this animal that you create. Combine 3 animals for the perfect freak show pet.
Jesus
Here's
Christ!
what
I
I
should have
meant.
done mushrooms.
So a freak show pet, but it can't be like
It's
three different
three.
types of
It's 3
dogs.
animals. Okay, it'll live no matter what you pick magically, but you have to have it live with you. So you can keep it in a pen, but don't make it so. Don't make it a gorilla with a
Okay.
tiger head.
I would like it to be a not a yellow lab or a black lab, you know, the white ones.
Okay,
I want it to be a white lab hummingbird.
head.
Um, wings. It could fly. It could go real fast and go
So
get.
is it tiny? Is it or is it big?
It's more of the size of a cat.
So just a little smaller.
More of if it'd be like having your own drone in your house that you could curl up with. And
So what's the third animal on it? A
the third
scorpion tail?
animal? No. It would have to be something that would be useful, like what do they call them? Bennies, like a ladybug.
Okay.
So it could go out in the yard and eat up all the bad stuff that's in our plants.
Hey, a quick
Like a little
question.
picture.
Keith did
Yes.
ask, can he buy the Nike Chaos hoodie?
Yes, you can. You can buy the Nike Chaos hoodie.
Yeah.
Go do it. There will be, by the way, a Nike Chaos T-shirt up by the next one. We are going to be removing our workshop logo soon.
Yeah, it's a very limited run.
Very limited run. So this proves to you that you were in on the ground floor. We're visionaries. All 3 of us are. You don't get to this level of entertainment by not being a visionary.
And when
So
you get here, it's rare.
That's Spanish for mentally unwell.
no, we are that. So we're also visualizing doing a live show from Madison Square Garden. Like we
Yeah.
said, if we see you sitting in the first few rows wearing one of these shirts with one of these logos, it can only mean that you were there at the start, and we're going to pull you up on stage. You're going to sit with us, and then we're taking you out to eat afterwards.
VIP treatment all the way.
That's if this ever happens. If our
Right.
visual-
Look down there, it'll be like Portia de Rossi, and there's Richard Branson, and there's you wearing the hoodie. You come on stage, buddy.
Yeah, screw them. You are in at the start of this thing.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
actually saw what this thing could become, because we actually see what this could become. We know this could become something really fun and good. And right now we're getting to know one another, and and all that. It's
It's
fun.
like the early stages of dating. Hefe already he took one of mine, octopus. So on my three animals, head of an owl,
I didn't even think about it.
octopus, very
I like
very,
that.
very ambidextrous. I love
I
octopi
knew
anyway.
you'd put puss in there somewhere.
Of course,
Pass of
100%.
a.
I'm gonna go with like a tiger, just some real strong rump that, like, when you see it, you're like, "Fuck, that thing is wicked."
It's just like jelly in the middle, but a
Yeah.
nice hind haunch.
Yeah, and it can do all kinds of ambidextrous shit. It's like opening jars for you, and maybe taking in some sea life. I don't know. And the owl, the curiosity. This sounds like a really fucked up acid trip, man.
It
Really
is, but you
does.
get. If I would pick a cat's tail, I'm gonna start ass first. Because I like the way cats kind of walk by you and give you a little flip every now and then, and I just
Yeah.
want to that can do that. That
Hence
just
the
shows you
tiger.
like, they
Yeah,
respect you a little bit.
Do you think
They
so?
don't respect you.
I think so.
No.
I want the body of a bird, so I don't want it real light and skinny.
Hollow
feathered all
bones.
over. Yeah, hollow. You could just like punt it across the house if you wanted to. But that's why I gave it the head of an alligator, because I got big plans. I'm gonna turn this into a roadside attraction in Florida. Big
Oh,
bird.
I see. You're going to make it work for you. That's a good
Come
thing.
see the freak alligator.
No.
headed
I'm calling
bird.
Sarah McLaughlin right now because you're trying to fucking punt your animal across the room.
Yeah,
No one's
you're-
gonna want to save
You're
this
going to get in
freak.
trouble.
She's gonna make a song about it.
I
Yeah,
dare.
that really brought the mood down, didn't it? Everyone's like, "Fuck, dude, not Sarah
But-
McLaughlin."
Somebody's
Not
trying
the
to
arms of
buy
the angel.
this shirt right now, so I'm trying to find the link, and I'm going to put it in the thing for the Nike shirt.
Yeah. Okay. I think we've. I got a question then. While Terry's
right.
working on that, as you guys probably no doubt have heard in the worlds that you live in, Foo Fighters fired their drummer Josh Freese coincidentally days after I bought my first drum kit or my second drum kit, and then the Who also refired Zach Starkey, Ringo Starr's son, after 30 years of playing drums for them for the Who. What is going on with arena drummers right now? Why are they getting shit canned? And would you like to step up and fill in if you could? Would you say yes to either band?
Well, boy, yeah, absolutely. I would love to be in Foo Fighters.
Same.
I have a friend who's an arena hired, paid for drummer.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
He's a guy that I've known for quite a while. I went to we played Little League together.
So connected.
His name's Matt Sorum.
I didn't know you played with Travis Barker.
Oh, Matt Sorum.
Oh,
Who does he play with? Can you say? Or?
Guns N' Roses, The Cult.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, he does a lot of that.
I would love to, and I know you've interviewed a zillion people, but I just think it would be so fucking cool to do that. Just people are always like, oh, I wouldn't want to be in a touring band at this age. I like to be home. Man, I'm looking at what Taint's doing. If they called me right now at 51 and said, hey, man, pack your shit. We're going on a world tour. I would so fucking be in. I'd go on an RV
like
right now.
All over the place.
See, I'm glad that because this circles back to the stupid question that I had at the start of the show.
Yep. I thought it might.
Because I don't want to be one of those people that is like, I'm too old for that. There's certain things that I'm too old for. I'm not going to go. There's a nightclub down the street from where I live. It's called the Tractor, and it's kind of a place where a lot of these bands have played. Nirvana and all these other things, and they've got live recordings from the Tractor. I've gone to the Tractor to a couple shows.
Yeah.
I went and saw they called the Refreshments.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Refreshments are great.
They're so fun, and I went and saw them there. But they don't have anywhere to sit. It's loud. It's really small, and I was with people who wanted to dance and do shit. I was like, I'm too old for this. Get the fuck out of here. So I don't want to do. But I am ready. I've always wanted to live in another country. I've lived in Australia. But I've always wanted to go to a place that speaks a different language and just throw myself in there and see what happens.
Why don't you do that?
I'm married, Taint, and I can't get her to do this. I'm so pissed off. So anyway.
I think it does circle back because I asked a buddy of mine, I'm like, hey man, I played bass in high school and college. I played guitar and banjo and bluegrass bands in college. Am I too old to learn drums, right? Like I learned how to play a little bit of how to play bagpipes for the pipe and drum corps.
No, you're not. I play drums.
Okay, so yeah, I bought a kit because I'm just like, fuck that. Who says you have to give up at 51, right? Who
you bought a kit, really?
Yeah, for my birthday. It's a real nice, it's a pearl kit. Got it full, a 5-piece kit with Zildjian cymbals, practice pad, throne, everything for $5 from a friend of mine.
Fantastic.
I like it. I forgot what it's called. It's called whatever. It's a pearl. It's like it's not high level, but
pearl's great.
Yeah, it's a great kit, and I'm stoked, man.
Oh, good. Congratulations. I love that. So
I've been joking on my radio show that like they fired Josh Freese. I should be ready by June. Let's do this thing.
You should. Why did they fire that guy anyway? He seemed like he was
Josh Freese, I don't know. Isn't he kind of unlikable?
I don't know him.
He's an incredibly talented musician. I've been watching a lot of like everyone else in the community seems to be very like surprised why they did that. But man, Dave Grohl does what Dave Grohl wants.
Yeah.
There must have been something in there.
Well, maybe they all stopped doing meth and cheating on their wives so they could hang on to a drummer.
So for you guys that laughed at the Tractor that I talked about, David, who was in our chat room, look at the Tractor. That is fantastic.
I think that's my former coworker, Dave Allday. He's my engineer on the fire department.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Engineer Dave.
Yeah, dude, he is the shit. He was one of my favorite people in the whole wide world to work with. Taught me all kinds. Coming from the land of coffee, Terry, you'd appreciate this. He'd find like these old school percolators and shit like that and make them all working again. And
that's
awesome. One of the things I love about the fire department is people have these really obscure hobbies and shit.
There's so many cool people out there in the world. Unfortunately, they don't get to shine. All the shitheads get the run. Right. There's this winery.
Paul.
Yeah. There's this winery.
Joel Robin or whatever his name is.
No one's ever heard of him.
No one's ever heard of Joe. Oh, God. No, there's this winery in Oregon that my wife and I will go to every once in a while, go wine taste. I got to do the dude things every once in a while, that support. But I go to this one all the time because it's in this really dark little area that they have. The room itself is super dark, but they have an espresso machine from the 1900s or something.
with the big boiler.
It's just this
So
it's
cool.
this monstrous, really weird looking thing,
Fucking
and it
steam
worked.
flying out of the
And it
sides.
worked.
And
And if you ask them nicely, they'll make you one. It is
Oh,
so
I want that.
it is so cool.
yeah.
It's a little spaziale.
It's a little what do they call them? I'm trying to think of the names of the big espresso espresso.
Espresso.
Not espresso.
You from them Ozarks?
I'm from the Ozarks.
Espressos.
Okay, so yeah, I all right. So none of that, huh? Nothing. Nothing.
Really? You trying to retread the old
I'm
foot tread?
trying to find the one thing that we found
Okay.
tattooed.
I do now see the moon footprints now. I know what they're talking about.
See you
Looks like
later.
somebody-
Right there in the chat, Alday says we need to resurrect the coffee bong. We would do that in the firehouse. He had this like system that it literally looked like a bong, but it was coffee because you got to be sober, right? You can't be.
Yeah.
And yeah, man,
That's a
like I said,
great bit on 420. You could smoke it and drink it.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah. Oh, Lauren feels like she's been ignored.
Lauren, stop.
Lauren, it's hard to talk and read. We love you, Lauren.
Yes, moon landing footprint for
Don't
sure.
make us feel bad. Don't.
Hey, Taint,
We're not here for you to make us to feel bad, Lauren.
Tank, maybe if you struck that pose on the couch that you did earlier for us pre-show, I think that should. We talked about that being a paywall, like our conversation a half hour before the show, because
This is gonna
when we
be
start seeing
our
this is how
own fans.
for people who just tuned in. This is how the show started when you weren't in here. Was Taint doing shit like this?
Drinking wine.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, foot fans."
So Tate, you had
I'm
your
behind
fan.
the paywall. Join me at Chaos.
Tate is in the Virgin Islands, by the way, and
Which
he's
seems
working
an
there this week.
An oxymoron.
But your wife and your child were there for a while. They
They
left.
were.
How was that visit? Was that
I
fun?
exported them back to mainland Florida.
You
It
yeeted
was
them
so
back.
much fun. I executed the first family vacation that I've really tried for. I did some ones in North Carolina; those went good. But this is the first like tactical one where we went out in the world, and it went off really good.
That's awesome.
That's good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How long
Yeah,
you
We
been
still
married?
love each other.
Yes.
How long you been married? How long you been together?
I'm going on 9 years of marriage almost.
What?
Yeah.
Really? I would have thought just about 4 or something.
Jesus.
Yeah, and we've known each other for like 18 or 17 years or something like
How'd
that.
you meet this woman? Let's find out a little more about that.
My wife.
My wife.
My
Get
wife.
that out of the way. Everybody get one out of the way. Okay, thank you.
Lauren just came.
She was the green room attendant at House of Blues in Dallas, and she's worked at a bunch of venues in Dallas. She worked at Trees. She's worked at Gypsy Ballroom all before they closed. And then when they opened the House of Blues, she went over there and opened that up. And from that, when we moved back she worked out at like Slim's and stuff out in the Bay Area and worked at some different ones out there. What's the one, the live from the, I can't remember, the
Apollo.
one where they, Fillmore.
The Fillmore, yeah.
She worked at the
In the
Fillmore.
Bay Area.
So she's worked at a whole bunch of venues. So when we moved back to St. Augustine, they have an amphitheater, and she went to work there. And now that was a while ago, and now she's the talent buyer for the amphitheater. So she like books all the shows, gets all the acts, and there's some big people.
How many
That's cool
people
shit.
kiss her ass?
A lot of people.
Yeah, I
included.
can imagine.
You
I
I'm
saw,
kid.
number one ass kisser.
did you bring Jared out there yet?
Leto,
No, Bowling for Soup.
I believe she had. Hold on, yeah, I'm pretty sure she's booked him a couple times and went by to see him.
Because I just realized.
She booked him for Ponte Vedra, and she went by there to see him.
Okay. Anyway.
Ponte Vedra Music
Can I
Hall,
have
and they're doing a renovation right now. They're in the middle of a renovation. They're reopening this summer, and it is awesome looking. It's like a whole new venue there in South Ponte Vedra.
Yeah.
Can
So she
I
books for those venues.
can I have a Taint confession?
Hit it.
This is how long ago it was when I was listening to Lex and Terry way back in the day, you know, Shadow and Kristen Bergman and all those people. And you were heading out to just go surf, right? I forgot I think it was when you were going out to California. And I got so fucking jealous because I grew up surfing, obviously, Santa Barbara and
wanted
then
to
up in
go
the Central
back.
Coast. I did. And I'm like, This motherfucker, he is going and living my dream, going back home, getting back in the water. I mean, I still keep a couple of boards at home. My parents keep my wetsuit. I'm like, can't fit in that 5'4" anymore.
California
But-
is still a road tripping state, man. It's got the perfect road structure for it.
Oh yeah, well, and all my friends that I grew up surfing with are like, no one can afford to live there anymore, so we'll congregate every once in a while.
That's how you know it's good.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel that I let Taint down though. I told
that?
him that I could get him out on the ranch.
oh yeah.
It's
Just
all
go,
right. I
buddy.
wasn't ready
I'm
for the ranch.
I'm an 805 local, and I couldn't get on the ranch.
Well, no, Dana Brown's a very good friend.
Oh yeah, very cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for the ranch. I'm ready for the ranch now, but I wasn't ready for the ranch then.
Okay. All right.
I wouldn't have enjoyed it.
I
It would
did.
be like playing Pebble Beach 2 years in. You'd be like, "This is cool," but
see, Terry can name drop all day long because he knows everybody. Has been through all of it. Here's one of the very few name drops. I went through junior lifeguards back in the day with Tom Curran's little brother. If you remember Tom Curran, he was a fucking badass surfer. He was pre Kelly Slater.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely. He was with the Lopez and those guys.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No,
So-
and it sounds the name dropping thing. This is a problem I'm having with this.
it's just you living your life.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing. I respect it.
My job for the last 35, 40 years has been nothing but this. So a lot of my friends are in the business, you know,
Awesome.
and I have to stop myself when my friend, like the other night, we had some friends over and they were talking about Rod Stewart. And I just sat on the couch and didn't say
Bad mouthing them.
no, they're just talking about him, you know. They're just, and one of the guys, "Oh, I'm not really familiar with his music at all. I love Rod Stewart, blah blah blah." And I have this story about Rod Stewart, how he led to one of my most embarrassing moments in show business.
I love this.
And I was like, I just kept my mouth shut, didn't say a word, just because I don't want to be that guy.
Man, I think
Here I am being that guy.
No. We talked about that authenticity, and I know that word gets thrown around. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit for the seriousness. The fact that you didn't say anything, but you could, that shows the kind of guy you are, though. You're not an asshole about shit like that.
I don't want to be, but I want to share. But I realize how it comes off. You know, it's not good.
I did find out that Rod Stewart is a huge model railroad fan. Again, back to the trains.
Really.
Yeah, him and Gary Arnold from Different Strokes. I got a lot of weird stuff going on up here.
Which scale? The HO or the H scale? The really tiny or the really
Not
big
really
one?
tiny, no. I think Rod's an HO man, but I'd
Okay.
have to
I
ask
see
Terry.
him
Terry
as a
probably
more
knows.
Lionel
Yeah.
HO guy.
First of all, I know you're fucking with me, Taint, and that's cool. I'm going to do it.
I'm
because
not fucking with you. I'm a
You're
train guy
rubbing,
myself.
you're rubbing that mustache on my ball sack and trying to
I'm a
make it.
train guy myself.
You are
okay?
not. You fuck
Are you?
off. You
I
like.
have a Santa Fe set, a Lionel Santa Fe set, and I have
Okay.
a.
You could be
I have some
googling all
other
this
stuff.
shit. Okay, just don't hurt me. Don't hurt me now.
Tate would never hurt you on
I'm
purpose.
a train
No,
guy.
I know. I'm just fucking with him. Anyway, no. Back to that though, Terry. I think it's really cool because I'm just a piece of schmuck, nothing, and you have really cool stories that are relatable.
See, that's the thing. It's not piece of schmuck nothing. It's just like this is
Future drummer of Foo
This is it.
Fighters.
you know this. It doesn't. I don't ever feel like I'm better than anybody else. In fact, I'm just as like I'm just amazed at the life that I've had. You know, the experiences that I've been able to do because of this dumb job, flying in the Blue Angel twice.
Wait, whoa! You get to go in an F-18?
I'm the only civilian to get to fly twice in the Blue Angel, and I got to fly it.
Well, you know those controls in the back don't do anything, right?
They do.
Do they?
They sure do.
Do they?
Yes, they
I am
do.
so fucking jealous right now. Okay, I'm gonna put that aside for the moment. What makes this beautiful is not that you're like, oh yeah, I hung with Rod Stewart, but that you see the real deal stuff of them because they're just fucking people. They sit down to shit. They put
Well-
their pants on one leg at a time, make gold records,
Well,
whatever it might be.
Yeah, well, Tate will tell you that, you know, as far as the Blue Angel goes, the second time was Len Taint that took me up.
For you.
Yeah, Len was a Blue Angel pilot, but I've known Len before he ever became a Blue Angel pilot.
Dude,
And now he's a 3-star general.
I've wanted to fly
Marines.
Navy since I was a kid. I used to go to, well, Terry will appreciate this, Point Magoo. Remember that down there,
Yes.
down south, out of Ventura? I used to go to Blue Angel shows when they were in the A4 Skyhawks. Again, the TISM's coming in. But
The
huge.
Skyhawk.
The A4 Skyhawk.
That was the one before the one they're in now.
The F-18, yeah. And before
Okay.
that, it was the F-4 Phantom.
I am going to show you. I have a video real quick. I'm going to try to post it here while you look. So anyway, guys, continue on.
I'm just.
I've never got the pleasure of knowing Blue Angels ever come knocking at my door, being like, "You want to ride in my plane?" But if they ever did, I'd say yes in an instant.
So fun sidebar story. I wanted to fly Navy since I was a kid because my dad took me to Blue Angels shows, right? And we were on the coast, fly Navy or nothing. Okay, this is a real piece of shit move here, but here you go. So I went to boarding school for high school down in Carpinteria. My grades were not because it sucks that you discover your penis when you're supposed to be learning math, right? It's a terrible thing.
Bad timing.
Yeah. So I did not get an appointment to the Naval Academy, even though there were some connections because anyway, ended up going to Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo, where Ozzie Smith played baseball. Anyway, and Weird Al Yankovic recorded his first song.
You could have stopped at Ozzie Smith. But anyway, go ahead.
Nonetheless.
No, I like the Weird Al Yankovic one.
But anyway, so I remember going to the Naval Recruiter after I got out of school, right? It's kind of peacetime and all that stuff. I'll never fucking forget this, man. I went into the Naval Recruiter. I'm like, I want to fly Navy. I want to fly Navy. He looks at my transcripts and he goes, you can fuel the planes, but you're not going to fly the planes. It was the worst thing ever. I'm like,
That was like the meanest thing ever.
right? That he goes, I see you. You're into firefighting because at the time I was a dozer operator doing that stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah. He goes, you know, everyone in the Navy's a firefighter. I'm like, oh, this is some bullshit. I'm going to be peeling potatoes. Fuck that. But there you go. As close as I got to flying in the Navy.
Well, I can't find the damn video. I mean, I know where it is. I just, for some reason, I can't bring up the file on this thing.
Well, nonetheless, that was one of my
I
childhood
tried to
goals.
sign up for what I thought was the Coast Guard when I was.
What you thought was a Coast Guard?
They were Houthi pirates.
No, it was actually swim lessons.
swim.
I thought it was a recruiting office, but it was actually teaching people how to swim.
It was actually swim lessons.
But I learned a
gotta
lot.
start
I learned
somewhere.
a lot.
Yeah.
And,
I thought it was the Coast Guard.
What happened there, man? Hey guys,
I did my service.
The reason why we're starting, this is such a great option to have if we're able to ever do this.
Oh, to put in the video clip?
Yeah, let me see here.
We should be able to. You want me to? Well, we can. Yeah, sorry, I'm terrible on the production side.
No.
You are not. Stop saying that.
You quit knocking yourself down. Would you stop it? Would you stop bringing yourself down?
You guys are pretty kind to say that.
Okay, I think it's going to be able to do this here in 1 second.
How much longer are you in the VI, Taint?
I leave on a Saturday. Then I got to go to Puerto Rico. You ever
How
been?
long?
For like a week or a week and a half or something like that.
Yeah. All right, here
Then I
we
can
go.
go back to the Middle East.
Oh, that's fun. All right, here we
I gotta
go.
go talk
You
to peace talks.
You gonna add that to?
Doing great. All right, awesome. Here we go.
This is me and the Blue Angel.
Rock on.
This is one of my best
Holy
friends,
shit.
Len Fly me.
All right, everything looks good. Motors are good.
Okay.
Going fine, Terry. Yeah, baby.
Terry,
Okay.
you are living
on.
my
What I've dreamed of here.
Our wheels are already off the ground. We're like 2 feet off the ground. Here we go. Listen to this. Listen to it. Here it goes.
We're actually airborne now. Very cool. 10 feet off the runway. Get ready for the high performance climb. Bring it on. Bring it on. Ready. Hit it. Yeah.
dream. Oh shit!
Oh my God! Look at you go.
Oh,
straight
look
up.
at that altitude you're gaining, buddy.
All right. So that's a goal.
Trying not to pass out, right?
How cool is that, huh?
Your
That is
face
cool as
changing a little
shit,
bit
dude.
right there.
What's that?
Your face was changing a little bit during that out. You could see
Oh,
the
dude,
G
you
on your
should-
face.
You should see the whole. I went from negative 2.4 G's to positive 8.2 G's in 3 seconds.
Did you black out?
I almost did. I almost blacked out. And this is funny because this is my buddy Len, who is the pilot. And he called me. It was his last weekend as a Blue Angel pilot. He says, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm in Jacksonville." He goes, "Can you make it to Pensacola? I could take you up again."
They said Flipper was gonna fly, but he can't
Yeah.
make it. So
Exactly. No. He goes, "I could take you up again." So I drove there. Obviously, I'm not going to say no to this. So I get there, and the whole Blue Angel team was there.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because they all listen to our show. Our show's on in Pensacola. They all listen.
Yeah.
So they're flying. It goes as we're about to land, and we did everything. I got to fly it. We broke the sound barrier, did loops. We did everything crazy, you know. And I got to, like I said, I got to roll it. I did everything. He showed me all this stuff, and
So cool.
and then he goes, "All right, Terry." At the very end, he goes, "I'm going to do something called a carrier turn here." And he goes, "And this is where you really need to get after it, because they teach you how to it's called a hook maneuver.
Mm-hmm.
Where you go hook, and you're pushing all the blood up into your head so you don't pass out. And if you do it at the wrong time, every blood vessel in your head will pop, and he says, and you'll have permanent mascara." So he's talking me through this whole thing, because the Blue Angels do not wear G suits.
Right. They're
Because they
restrictive.
fly so
Yeah.
close together, and they inflate and deflate, and they would hit each other when they're flying. So
Yeah,
these guys are just doing it like men, you know, like just crazy ass men. So he goes, "All right, the whole crew's out there," and we look down, and the entire Blue Angel team is out there watching, because they know what he's going to do to me.
This is awesome.
So he goes whipping down the runway, probably about 100 feet off the runway, just whipping down this thing. I mean, everything was blurry to be shoo, 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 shoo. And then he goes, "Hit it." And he turns right up the runway and goes the other way. Like gets down to the end of the and comes right back. And I mean, it's that tight of a turn. And he's going, "Get it, grunt. And he goes, push. And I'm like, ah, I'm screaming.
Trying not to shit yourself.
I'm screaming. I could see that I'm almost passing out. The curtains are starting to close. You know,
Yes.
and then it would open, and you go, and they're open again. And he goes, "You did it. Your money, Terry." You know, and we land. And as I'm getting out of the jet, and I'm wobbly, I'm sore. My eyes, my arms, everything hurt for 3 days afterwards, because you're just straight. You're getting beat up there. And so I'm doing this thing, and as I'm getting out of the jet, all the guys in their Blue Angel uniforms are all standing there and are passing around money. And I hear one guy going, "He's still chewing his fucking gum." And they start, because they were betting to see if they would get me to throw up.
Oh, the vomit comet. Yeah.
And so I guess I passed the test.
Hell, dude, that is such a fucking cool story.
That was fun.
That is the essence, I hope, of what Chaos brings, right, man?
Like Chaos is bigger than this.
No, but you, yeah, it's just so rad. Like, you just made my childhood dreams come true. I got goosebumps, kind of a boner. It's all great.
Oh, it was fun. It was, like I said, my job has been I've been very lucky, and I realized how lucky I am.
I think we've all been lucky.
I've always wanted to fly in Big Bertha, like the C-130 that follows them
the
around.
Marine Corps guys fly.
I could get you up that right now.
That's the one I want to fly. And I want to fly on those old things.
I'll strap a diaper on and drive to Pensacola tomorrow.
The last time they were here, they do a thing called I forget what it's called.
Flight Week or whatever.
Is it like Fleet Weekends in
It's
the
like
Bay?
that. Yeah, one of the things. I forget what it's called here. And they invited Sherry to go up in it. You know, and she didn't want to go. And it was a female pilot too, which would have been so cool, because you take off of that thing and then they level out and you're weightless, and they all fly around in the cockpit, and they all unbuckle. It's a fun thing they do.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
They do that jet assisted takeoff, so they take that 130 and just go like basically.
Another cool thing is when Len was on the Blue Angels, they were here, because Len stays at my house when he's here, and he goes, and when they were all here, and they did their flight week, and they were leaving that Monday morning, and I was walking around with two of my friends and my wife, and we're walking down during a touristy part of town. There's a little, part of right on the water. And he calls me, goes, where are you? And I said, "Oh, me and Sherry and Keith and Ken, we're all hanging out over here by the sculpture garden." He goes, "All right." I go, "Where are you?" He goes, "Oh, I'm in my jet." And I go, "Oh, okay." And he goes, "Oh, we're not going to take off that one. Hold on a minute." And then I'm just standing there, I hear this mumble. He goes, "Stay right there. Just stay right there." said, okay.
That's so fucking
And
cool.
out of nowhere, the entire team comes flying right on us, waving their wings. And he was in the back doing flips and screwing around for us. That was a really cool touch.
That's so cool.
That was super cool.
So fucking
That
cool.
you talk about a flex.
Oh yeah. Oh Jesus.
That was really cool.
Dude, this has been Terry's Tales, a fireside chat with Terry, man.
Okay, we could include Terry's Tales every once. I don't want it to be too often.
Right. No. Yeah.
I don't like it.
That's a great.
You know
I'm
what? Like
I'm 2
the
degrees away
respect
from
for
being a
those
Blue
guys,
Angel.
the respect for those Blue Angel pilots and stuff. It's
Oh,
obviously like rooted in like being a kid and thinking that stuff is so cool. And it's still so. I just hope that never goes away. You know, I hope that kind of stuff stays forever.
Yeah, I hope so too. But pretty soon it's going to be drawn.
Guys that do jobs like that, just the best of the best.
Well,
Yeah.
what's wild is I watched the documentaries on them. I've got so many books on naval aviation. I was obsessed with Tomcats. Of course, I'm a Top Gun kid. But part of that documentary, and I'm sure it might have been when your friend was in there, the way they visualize their entire show, like at the table.
Oh yeah,
like,
I've been in those. I got to sit in those meetings.
All right, and we're pulling left.
And it's
left.
exactly what you do. They
Yeah.
you know when because
They got a
you're
little
following,
stick plane.
you're following the number one plane.
Right.
And it's all done by voice.
Yeah.
They don't and it's really slow. The guy's talking, goes, all right, we are rolling.
And let's go all
rolling.
the way.
And that's what they do. And it's
I know.
so weird how they do. But they're doing like
creepy.
900 miles. 900 miles on. Ready, we're rolling. So
I
weird.
haven't heard him. I have never heard them do that in the
Well,
cockpit before.
Well,
Yeah,
it's wild too because they're visualizing it too, right? So they're
Yes.
sitting at their table and they're making the movements with their hands. They're like,
Yes, they have a
throttle
pencil
up
in their
1
hand.
degree, throttle
yeah.
up 1 degree.
Oh, I see, with like a
Yeah.
stick.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's really cool. I mean, God bless those guys. There you go.
And that's got to be a hell of a thing for your what do you call that? Your resume. You're like, yeah, I did this and that.
That
Also,
is-
Blue Angel, and
Yes, that is probably out of all the things that I've got to do,
yeah,
one of the top 2 things that really blow me away.
awesome. Well, we're getting right around the hour and 5 change mark. Let's talk about what we want to hit before next week. Maybe we can give something to the observers, listeners, watchers, like maybe something they could think about over the week. We can think about over the weekend what we're going to talk about next week.
How about you guys think about some good questions for us? We could do a little Q&A if you want from there.
Love that. There's
But
enough
make
of you guys to do a Q&A.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
make the questions tough. Make them thoughtful.
Yeah,
Challenge us, okay?
100%. I dig that.
So do that well, and I promise not to make it about me next week.
No, we like that,
No,
Terry.
that was fucking fantastic, dude.
But-
I could curl up with my cat in a fire right now. We got a thunderstorm going on outside here in the Ozarks.
Yes. I
That's
too
fucking
could
great,
light a
dude.
cat on fire.
Tuck me in, Terry. Tuck me in, Terry. There it is. All right. Well, we'll do this again next week. I'm digging this, boys. I think
Us too.
I think everyone's having a good time. So
And thanks again
Absolutely.
to everybody who's been streaming. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for sharing the show.
yeah,
Thanks for subscribing to the YouTube page. This stuff does not happen overnight, as we're learning.
No.
We do not have a company behind us. We don't have anybody behind us, really. In fact, we have deterrence, probably more deterrence than not behind us.
absolutely.
But it's really cool
absolutely.
to show these videos and the pictures. And I realize that I can't get a foot stomping tattoo today.
Yeah, we lost actually. We had Gatorade for a sponsor last episode and they pulled out.
That's
Yeah.
right. This week sponsored by Donut.
It's
Just donut.
just the donut trade industry.
Donuts and port.
Hold on 1 second here. We got one more comment we have to see here. We don't want to piss Lauren off, but we also don't want to let Lauren think that she's running the show.
Mm.
Lauren, you're awesome. My dad used to take me to see you guys every damn frequent event. He also did some work building, repairing either of your Alexa's house, and let me come with him one day. If it was my house, hopefully I was nice to you. Did one of you guys have a basketball or tennis court in the yard? That wasn't me. Anyway, if it was you, my dad possibly ran over your mailbox. No, no, that was not me. And I wanted to apologize on his behalf.
Oh, that's great.
That is fantastic. Thank you. No, that was not me. And
And Hefe's saying he's tuning in from Canada. That's bullshit. He lives in the Ozarks. Now, he might be at work. One of our listeners, our friends, that comment right there, Hefe M, you know what he does for a living? We talked
Is he a
about cool things
roughneck
people
or
do.
something?
No, this dude has one of the coolest jobs ever. He designs playgrounds.
Oh,
How cool is that shit? Like,
he's-
he's gone overseas for a lot of that work. We can talk about that next
Like
week.
I have a
kids?
friend who has that same degree. That's really cool.
Like
Yeah.
for kids designing playgrounds.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Boy, there's got to be a lot nowadays. I bet it's hard to do.
Well, and that's part of it too, right?
Well, no, they just make it look like a
all-inclusive.
giant phone.
The
Kids are all over it.
time. Anyway, it's one of the best people I know out there, Hefe. So, you fellas ready to call it a night before we get too silly?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't have a sign off thing or anything.
No.
You know,
Be good or be good at it.
see you guys next week. How about that?
That was good.
Okay.
See ya.
Adios.
Bye, guys.